Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q4 and full year FY21 earnings conference call of RSWM Limited, hosted by Dalal & Broacha Stock Broking Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nilay Dalal from Dalal & Broacha. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Margaret. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the RSWM conference call hosted by Dalal & Broacha. I hope everyone is well and safe in these unprecedented times. Joining us today is the management team at RSWM, headed by Mr. B.M. Sharma, Joint Managing Director, and Mr. Avinash Bhargava, CFO. RSWM has reported a very good result with a top-line growth of 37% and EBITDA growing at about 160%. I would like to hand over the call to Mr. Bhargava to brief us on the company's performance and opening comments, following which we can open up the floor for some Q&A. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Nilay. I am Avinash Bhargava from RSWM, CFO. First of all, I would like to brief about the company. This is flagship company of L&J Bhilwara Group, incorporated in 1960. It is one of the largest textile manufacturers of synthetic, blended, melange, cotton, specialty and value-added yarns, also manufacturing fabrics, denim and green polyester fiber. It has exports to over 78 countries and having golden trading house status. RSWM has a sales and distribution of network across the country. As far as capacity of plants are concerned, it has 43,000 metric tons per annum green polyester fiber manufacturing capacity, 4,45,192 spindles, means about 4.5 lakh spindles, and 4,800 doters spinning. Capacity of 10 million meters PV fabric per annum, 24 million meters per annum fabric processing, and about 25 million meters per annum denim fabric manufacturing capacity, composite facility, spinning, weaving and processing and dyeing. And apart from it, we have 46 megawatt thermal power plant and 22 megawatt solar power. The company was established in 1960 and installed plants at different locations from 1962 till this date. We have various kind of certifications, quality certifications, ISO, EMS, OSAT, social accountability, ISO, ENMS, OECOTEX, GOTS, GRS and many others. About as far as product portfolio is concerned, we have grade dyed PV blended, polyester 100%, viscose 100%, polyester viscose cotton blended specialty yarn from unorthodox fibers like bamboo, charcoal, flax, lycra, tencel, trevera, CS, Birla Modal and many more. Melange yarn, high value cotton yarn combining two or more fibers largely considered fancy yarn used in casual wear, sports wear, business suits, shirts, etc. Fabrics, PV fabrics, fire retardant fabrics, oil and water repellent fabrics, denim capable of processing 3,000 plus denim variants, and the garment manufacturers like Levi's, H&M, Spyker, Mufti, Lee Cooper are our customers. Now we come to the performance of this year, and especially the performance of Q4 after start of pandemic. Last year, the operating income was around 2,900 crores, against which we could achieve 2,400 crores approximately. And as far as last quarter is concerned, it is 859 crores as against 616 of Q4 of 20 on year-to-year basis. If we compare this with third quarter of financial year 21, it was 727 crores, against which we could achieve 859 crores in Q4. As far as EBITDA is concerned, if we compare on year-to-year basis, it was 52 crores in financial year 20 and quarter 4 20, and then quarter 4 21 it was 135 crores EBITDA. If we compare with initial 6 months of 2021, just for a minute. Company witnessed PAT of 83 crores in first half due to lower capacity utilization, negative PAT. And as against this, the PAT of Q3 was 31.74 crores, means 32 crores around, and for Q4 it is 73 crores. Exceptional rebound from net loss of 65.75 crores in Q1 to net profit of 72.97 crores in Q4. If we compare it with financial ratios, in last 4 years debt has reduced by 559, means around 550 crores from around 1,400 crores from 31st March 2018. If we compare the debt equity ratio from 2021 with 31st March 2018, it has improved from 1.56 to 1.11. If we compare the net working capital of the company, it was 135 crore in 31st March 2018, then it was improved 2013 crore, and on 31st March 2020 it was 242 crore, and in the year 31st March 2021 it was 269 crores. So the company's improvement is all over. How we would like to mention here how we could do that kind of performance even after the very tough period of pandemic. We started cost savings under the guidance of our JMD and CMD Rijuji and BN Sharma ji. Cost savings we started the project named Kifayat, in which we achieved all kind of operational performance, cost cuttings, etc. Trainings of workers and staff, both. All maintenance of all plants during initial 3 months of 2021, we did maintenance of entire plant and retained workers by increasing our hostel facility there. And as of now, all the plants of RSWM are working at 100% capacity. If we discuss about this April and May, where second wave has affected entire world, and in India it had affected it badly. But from 15th of May, we are witnessing good orders, good demand from the market, from export and domestic as well. And there is positive movement in second half of May 2021. So we can say that the things will be improved. The things will be not as good as first quarter of this year, this calendar year, means Q4 of 2021, but definitely it will be good and will not be as bad as it was in first quarter of 2021. We have good orders for the future and good demand. And now I would like to request B.M. Sharma ji to say few words and address about the company. B.M. Sharma sir.
Thank you, sir. The line from Mr. B.M. Sharma just got disconnected. Please give me a moment while I reconnect him to the call. We would request all participants to please stay connected to the conference.
Actually, B.M. Sharma ji has some problem in health-wise. Actually, he will speak for a very short period, and then question-answer session may be open, please.
Thank you. We have Mr. B.M. Sharma connected in the call, so you may go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this investors call. Results are in front of you, and some of you who have been in touch with us, on a number of occasions, we have been sharing performance, the indicators. Whenever you contacted us, we have been very open and transparent. I won't be able to speak much today because of a medical issue, but any specific question which is targeted at me, I would be here to answer that. You can kindly go ahead with your queries, and Mr. Avinash Bhargava is there actually to answer all your queries. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, please press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Priyank Gupta from Guardian Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Good evening, and congratulations to the management on the good set of numbers. My question is a little bit more directed towards the business overall. I just wanted to understand that our company's performance, especially the sales and profit, has a lot of volatility. We see a lot of quarters where the profit of the company will be 40 to 50 crores, and then there will be a loss. And this is a regular feature for last 7 to 8 years. Is the management trying to insulate itself from this cyclicality somehow?
Actually, this business of textile is cyclical, basically. Hello.
Yeah, I understand that, sir. But my question is whether we are trying to diversify or trying to create a product mix so that this profitability is not that volatile and erratic. Because in textile, we have seen a lot of companies which have tried to diversify their portfolio so that their product mix enables them to get insulated to cyclical shocks. Because our company is very, very prone to this cyclicality. This is what I was trying to say.
No, actually this company has done a lot in last 3 years as far as new product development is concerned, expansion is concerned, and cost cutting is concerned. We have done a lot of work on cost cutting first. Second, new product development, lot of work in Milan yarn and this dyed yarn and this denim yarn, in denim fabric also. We have done a lot of work, and we have tried to remove the low profit products of low profit margin, commodity margin to commodity products to specialty products. That's why the business of this company is growing.
And another question, do you see in next forthcoming quarters or next few years that this volatility will be lesser with respect to the industry and with respect to the company?
No, we feel that there will not be much effect of this volatility because we have sufficient orders, and we have reduced our, cost also. We have sufficient orders and reduced costs, and we have insulated ourselves with all kind of hiccups.
So can we expect that last quarter's performance can be repeated for a comprehensive future?
Actually, we were having a kind of fear and kind of apprehension that there will be this quarter first will not be very good. But after reviewing our own performances and boosting our own energy, pumping our own energy towards getting these orders, change the marketing strategies, and we could sell our products for next 1 or 2 months. We are good with the orders from export and domestic as well, with good profit margins.
Thank you very much. My best wishes to the management, and I hope that will be with this con call will be a regular feature in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta. And you can rest assured that your company is doing well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Prerna Jhunjhunwala from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Congratulations on good set of numbers, sir. We've seen this kind of margins after a very long time. Just wanted to understand 3-4 things. One, what is driving this demand? Is there a supply issue also of yarn in the market which is helping us get higher margins, or it is purely demand driven? And can you help us understand the demand scenario in blended yarn and cotton yarn in terms of domestic and export markets?
Actually, good evening, Prerna.
Good evening, sir.
Avinash here.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the market sentiments improved in second half, and these are continued. In terms of profitability, in terms of orders as well. Actually, we were not able to transfer the cost increase of raw material. This time, from second half of 2021 and as of now also, we are able to transfer our price increases of raw material to the customer. That is the reason because of which we are getting good profit margins here.
Okay. And so how is the demand in the domestic and export market? Basically, what we are seeing in the export market is there is a shift from so US is asking for more products to be shipped apart from China. So is then demand increase largely because of alternative China strategy adopted by various global brands and stuff, or how what is actually driving this demand? We're just trying to understand.
Definitely, China factor has increased the demand, and actually, in recent days of say 15 days, the domestic demand in Ludhiana market is very good for knitting kind of products.
Okay. So knitting is driving strong demand for you.
Knitting season is coming. You can say that from October, November there would be demand of woolens.
Okay. So my second.
So the yarn demand is increasing. They are accumulating the yarn, and they are placing the orders, and they are accumulating the yarn so that they can push their products when this winter season will come.
Okay. So my second question is largely on the denim segment. The fabric segment this quarter also had marginal loss reported. So when do we see this? Because we are running at full utilization in denim, when do we see the margins in fabric segment also improving for us?
Actually, I would like to share the data. We have the very good orders from Levi's, H&M, Spike, Mufti, and Lee Cooper, right?
Okay.
In 2019, we were having only 14 lakh meter orders from these products. In 20, it was 20 lakh meter for denim product, and in 21, which is for which orders are still in process, it is 40 lakhs meters. So demand from brands is increasing.
Okay. And sir, denim used to be a higher margin product for us earlier. So can we expect the segment reporting 15-16% margin going forward in denim as well?
Yes, denim as well. Denim for denim, the period would be better than earlier period.
And why is that so, sir?
Actually, earlier we were not, very much focused on commodity type of products. Now we are focusing on commodity also.
Okay. So our average realizations would have improved drastically over the last 2-3 years.
Average cost per meter will also be reduced.
Okay. Cost per meter has also reduced, you are saying. Okay. And sir, could you highlight our inventory policy this year in terms of cotton procurement? How much inventory you must be having for how many months?
Actually, we start accumulating the inventory from the season, say from October. We try to keep it for 3 months. The policy is 3 months stock, and then average stock for cotton, it remains around 45 days only.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
At the time of season, we start keeping at 90 days.
Okay. Understood, sir. Sir, last question will be on revenue mix. Could you just help us in understanding grey versus dyed yarn revenue mix?
I could not understand your question.
Sir, your yarn revenue from grey yarn and from dyed yarn, how much percentage comes from grey yarn and dyed yarn? because you were setting up some dyeing facility in FY 19-20. So
actually, it depends. Sometimes profit margins in grey remains high. Sometimes the profitability of dyed also dyed remains high. But definitely dyed yarn will be always higher. Profitability of dyed yarn business will always be higher. And I can share the number of spindles for grey and dyed.
okay, can you help me with that, sir?
The grey spindles are 2,12,000 and dyed yarn spindles are 1,05,000 spindles.
1,05,000.
It is for PV.
Okay. And cotton versus blended, if you could help me with that as well.
Pardon?
The revenue share of blended yarn and cotton yarn.
Revenue from cotton and blended yarn.
Yeah.
Just for a moment.
Sure, sir.
Prerna, in case I can state the numbers that we need to know. During the quarter, grey yarn volume was 338 during the quarter.
Okay.
338 CR. Dyed was 154 and cotton was 41.
41. This is rupees crores or tons?
Rupees crore.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you share the outlook?
I don't include Milan yarn here.
Okay. Can you share the Milan yarn number also, if possible?
Okay. Just 1 second. It was during the quarter 137 CR.
137 CR. Great, sir. This is such a fabulous performance. Could you just share the outlook in terms of whether these kind of margins are sustainable or even in some range also it should be good if you could just help us understand the outlook on the company, because you're already running at almost full capacities.
Let Mr. Avinash answer this. I will sum up actually this discussion, at the end of this program.
Yes, Prerna. Can you repeat this question?
Just trying to understand whether this 16% margin that you've reported this quarter, will it be fair to assume that you will make this kind of margins for the year, FY22?
It will not be 16%, but it will be somewhere around 13%.
13% is something which is sustainable on
yes.
our...
13%, yes. 16%, it is very... it was very good quarter, basically.
Okay.
Since last, I can say 7-8 years, it was the quarter which gave us the fantastic profit, highest profit. But this kind of profit will not be in other quarters. And 12-13% will be there.
But near term, they will be sustainable, like 1-2 quarters, because of heightened demand that we are seeing?
No. It will not be as good as Q4 of 2021.
Thank you. I would request Ms. Jhunjhunwala to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. We would also request participants to limit your question to 2 at a time. Should you have a follow-up question, please rejoin the queue. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashish Kumar Botra, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Yes,
Ashish. Yes. First of all, my basic point is, in your last board meeting, your company has decided to buy out a CLC Industries Limited, which the amount has not been mentioned, and neither it has been mentioned that what is going to contribute in whether it's in yarn or it's in the fabric division. So can you just focus on this point?
It is being acquired for yarn only.
Okay, and how much is going to contribute?
This unit is synthetic yarn manufacturing unit.
Okay, and how much contribution is going to be there in terms of metric ton or in terms of amount? I'll not ask, basically in terms of spindle or metric ton.
It will be 50,000 spindles.
50,000 spindle. And what will the total outlay in this in terms of amount?
It will be around 45 CR.
That is the net amount, or it's going to come with any debt also?
It will be total.
That will be total. And in how many quarters it's going to be acquired?
Pardon?
In how many quarters it will take to acquire the company and start earning the same?
Actually, it will take time. Maybe it may take 2-3 quarters.
Okay.
June, September.
Fine, no issue.
It may take till December.
Okay, fine. And second, I have another question. Like, what's the current order book of the company? Because in the entire meeting right now, you were very much focused on order book, that we are having a very good order book. So can I know of how much amount order book right now you have in your hand?
Actually, the amount we cannot express the amount because.
Okay, not in terms of amount, in terms of fabric. If you are talking about fabric, then how much quantity, and in terms of yarn?
Our entire production capacity is sold out.
For how many months or how many quarters?
For you can say till 31st July.
It's till 31st July. Okay, and second, maybe there is a euphoria of the very great result being shown by your company, but this result I've seen about 3 years back also with the same profit and everything. So basically, if we see, all the spinning companies are coming up with this kind of profit and with this kind of sales, and this is going to stay there for at least, I think, 1 or 2 years. Currently, the government of India is very much focused on Made in India. So is there any order which you have sustained by government of India in terms of Indian Army or Navy also?
Yes, we are selling to Indian Army, Indian Railways.
Okay. So that is a very good amount which you have holded. So even in this year also your fabric division.
We have good amount of very good amount of orders from government of India.
Okay, I will not go. Sorry. I will not go into much details because that I'll come to know from your annual report once I get it. So I'll just overall I'll be taking asking few questions. And in this quarter also I've seen that your fabric division is still in loss. You have not able to come out of the losses of the fabric division. So by when should we expect? Because even if such a good margins are there, and your company is still lagging behind in fabric division, which was a very worrisome for me since last 3 to 4 years, that your fabric division is in total loss and nothing has been initiated over there till now.
Actually, this business is in restructuring mode, and a lot of things are being done by our top management. You can say CMD and JMD are personally monitoring this fabric division.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but since last 3 years, I've been focusing maximum points on this also, that why your company is taking so long to come out of the fabric division losses. Fine. And second, as you are saying, what my basic point was here, that if cotton prices, which is going to increase from here, so will it going to benefit the man-made fiber prices?
Pardon, can you repeat this question?
Looking at the current scenario, what I assume is cotton price is going to increase, the raw material cotton price are going to increase. So will it benefit the MMF man-made fabric or man-made yarn prices also to sustain?
I would like to request B.N. Sharma Sahab to reply this question, please.
Ashish, the answer is yes.
Thank you. I would request the current participant to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. And again, request participants to please limit your question to 2 at a time. The next question is from the line of Sunil Gupta from Star Consultants. Please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Gupta.
Sunil Gupta from Star Consultants, your line is in the talk mode. Please go ahead with your question. We would request you to unmute yourself from your mobile and ask your question, please.
Hello, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Mr. Avinash, congratulations on the fantastic performance. I have 2 questions. I just saw I was going through the results. Your net profit margin for Q3 for FY 2021 was around 4%, and the net profit margin for the Q4 was around 8%. So is there any one-off exceptional item in terms of better pricing for some product or some exceptional gain in Q4? Or is it because of better product mix or better realizations?
Actually, I had explained earlier also.
Yeah.
Yes, that we could transfer the cost increase of raw material to the customer, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, the profit margins, because of demand,
Yes.
is increased. That is the only reason. And we foresee that these kind of margins are sustainable, may reduce to some extent, but
Yes.
it will continue.
Okay. And second question is that is the share of exports going to go up in the coming financial year?
Just for a moment.
Answer is yes.
Yes, sir.
Actually, you are asking for Q4 also about
Yes.
exceptional gain.
Yeah.
There is a gain of 13 crores of land sale,
Okay.
which is being reflected in other income.
Okay. So that is around 1.5% of your turnover.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was non-core asset of this company,
Okay.
which we have realized.
Okay. Okay. And on the export front, are you expecting any increase in your share of exports in the coming financial year?
Answer is yes.
We feel that export, even after the second wave, export, on export there is not much impact on export orders, and containers booking and containers dispatches are as good as these were in Q4 of 2021.
Okay.
Turkey
Okay, so-
market has opened up.
Okay. And
It has become the destination, but still price point under stress.
Okay.
But as far as orders are concerned, we have good orders from Turkey.
Okay. Thank you, Avinash, and all the best for the good performance and the coming year.
Thank you
Thank
so much, Mr. Gupta.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Siddharth Mohta from Principal India. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon to you, sir, and congrats on a very strong set of numbers, and hope for a speedy recovery for Mr. B.N. Sharma, sir. So my first question is on this CapEx, which we have announced worth 300 crore. One is on this cotton melange yarn, and the second one is on the denim manufacturing capacity. So with respect to cotton melange yarn, sir, can't we convert some of our grey yarn into this cotton melange yarn?
Sorry, Siddharth. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Can you repeat this question?
Yeah, sir, I was talking about this 300 crore. Yeah, sir, can't we convert some of our grey spindle facility into cotton melange yarn rather than doing the capex? Because we were converting some of our grey yarn into the dyed yarn to increase our value addition and all.
Actually, I would explain this. if we convert this grey yarn to cotton, there will be requirement of lot of capital expenditure.
Okay, sir.
Of converting from PV to polyester to cotton or PV to cotton.
Okay, sir.
Because cotton spinning is different than PV spinning.
Got your point, sir. Got your point. And sir, by when can we?
When for melange yarn, this melange yarn is dyed melange yarn, not grey melange yarn.
Got your point. Okay. And sir, this 300 crore capex, sir, it will be coming by FY22 end, or when it is going to come?
It will be ended by Feb 22. It will be over by 2022, 31st March 22.
Okay. So the entire benefit, because we have said that from this 300 crore of our capex, we can generate around 400 crore of revenue. So this thing, it may start coming from next year, which is FY23.
Some of the income will start in 22 itself. Some part of the income.
Got it. Sir, regarding this fabric segment, which also contain the denim, sir, you have explained regarding the denim how you have turned around this particular division last 3 to 4 years. Lot of external issue was there, but you have done a very good job, and you are seeing the record order book from some of the marquee name. And you have also mentioned in the denim segment that our EBITDA can be 16 to 17%. So that part it is sorted out. But within the fabric segment, we also have this Mayur brand PV fabric. Sir, how is that division it is doing? Whether it is creating lot of trouble, hence it is not being, hence it is impacting our profitability, because denim is doing good.
Actually, the loss-making products and loss-making things are being eliminated, and we are focusing only on profit-making things.
Okay. So like in yarn, sir, actually you have turned around. Definitely external factors were favorable, but due credit to the entire internal team for taking lot of initiative. So can we also assume the same matrix, that is a healthy profitability in the fabric segment, including denim, might be in FY22?
Siddharth, I would like to explain this through this meeting, through this conference. Since this start of this pandemic, right? Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much.
Yes. If I am not wrong, since Feb, or we can say March, our joint managing director is taking the meeting of all operational heads, discussing each and every operational issue on weekly basis, and he is discussing the operational issues even with departmental heads, along with chief operating officers of each unit, right? And for marketing reviews, customer relationship meets are being done by jointly by JMD and CMD also, wherein they are meeting with the customers on weekly basis, at least 2-3 customers on weekly basis, which was difficult at that time when we were traveling physically. So this online Zoom meetings with customers is giving results. With operational team, it is giving results. The performance of each plant, each department of the plant is being reviewed by CMD and JMD both. And down the line teams have also been prepared. They are monitoring on day-to-day basis. So performance of this company is excelling day by day, month by month.
Great, sir.
Sir, it is because of close monitoring. Definitely market factor is there. But close monitoring of each and every activity, each and every plant, each and every department, each and every extra cost burden are being viewed on weekly basis or monthly basis.
Correct, sir. Sir, in case of two important line item, which is on the power and the employee cost, sir, as promised in the AGM, sir, you people have done wonderful work, and the aggregate employee cost, it has reduced from 370 crore to 320 crore. Sir, what can we expect from this particular number? So whether there will be a substantial decrease from the base which has been reset in the FY21, or now the base it has been reset for our employees?
Actually, this is continuous process. We have engaged one agency for workload study of each and every worker, each and every department, and on at entire company level, the staff work enlargement, profile enlargement, his enrichment of the employee, this is being done. Succession planning, it is being done. And if senior person, if he's getting retired, we are not taking from outside, and the person down the line is being elevated. That's why we are saving these costs. And this is continuous process.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And sir, this study, it will be completed in...
Earlier, what was happening, if one person is going, we were appointing another person, maybe at higher cost, but now we are not appointing any person from outside. The person down the line is being identified on merit, and he is being elevated within the company.
Okay,
sir. That is the one reason. Number of staff has also have been reduced to some extent. Whosoever is going, we are not saying to any person to go out, but if the person is resigning for betterment, we are not taking any new person inside this company.
Got it.
We are allocating that job to the another person. Yes.
Yeah. Sir, my final questions. Yeah. Yes, sir. So my final question is on our yarn division. If I have to divide your yarn division, it is into grey yarn, dyed yarn, and the melange yarn. So now melange yarn, as you said, that demand, it is quite good. You are doing the capex. But in the last 3 to 4 years, sir, you have been doing lot of product mix, changing or converting some of the grey yarn into the dyed yarn, so that we can have a higher contribution per spindle. Sir, can we expect the same initiative, same value addition from the grey yarn to the dyed yarn? Hence, our margin, it can be the protected even if the things it turn to be little bad actually going forward.
Please repeat this question.
Yes, sir. What I'm saying that within the yarn division, we have grey yarn, dyed yarn, and the melange yarn. Regarding melange, sir, you said that we are doing the capex, but in the last 2 to 3 years, sir, you have been converting lot of the grey yarn spindle into the dyed yarn spindle, where the contribution, it is a bit higher, value addition, it is also higher. Sir, are we expecting to convert some of our grey yarn into the dyed yarn?
No. We are not converting any grey yarn spindles on dyed yarn spindles.
Okay.
We don't have any planning for adding these dyed yarn spindles.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Bhargava, your audio is breaking.
Yeah. Okay, I am able to hear him. Sir, final question, sir. We have also got approval from IKEA, where we have been providing some yarn to them, and we were also trying to increase the scope of work with the IKEA. So any positive developments that we have seen from their side? And the second question is, sir, we were also planning to venture into this knitwear segment and into the linen fabric. So any update on those two fronts?
Actually, as of now, we are not planning for any knitwear or linen.
Okay.
Do the study, but did not find linen and knitting for expansion in 21-22.
And sir, IKEA, sir?
IKEA is concerned, as far as IKEA is concerned, they are buying our yarn or the products manufactured by our green fiber.
Okay. So that was very helpful, and the best wishes for upcoming quarter, and hope you can continue with this con-call initiative. And once again, speedy recovery to Mr. Sarma, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Hiten Boricha from Joindre Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So most of my questions has been already answered. So my one question is on the realization. So can you throw some light, give the numbers of realization of poly yarns and cotton yarns for this quarter and last year, as well as Q on Q?
Sharma sir, please.
I could not hear actually. What the question?
Yeah, sure, sir. So my question is on the realization side. Can you give the numbers on the realization of poly yarns for this quarter and last quarter as well as YOY, sir?
Okay. Say the yarn side, this quarter, top line was 137. Last year, same quarter was 91.
This is
That's what you want to know?
poly yarns, right?
Okay. I give you one by one. Cotton yarn this year 41. Last
41
year
rupees.
27.
Okay.
Okay. Gray this year 338. Last year 276.
Okay.
And colored yarn this year 154. Last year 91.
Okay. 154 and 91 is for which yarn, sir?
Colored. Dyed yarn.
Okay. Yeah, dyed yarn. Okay. So this number is for quarter on Q on Q and per kg, right?
Not
Hello.
per kg.
Okay.
These are absolute numbers in crores.
No, sir. Actually, okay. These are the actually I was asking for the realizations number per kg, sir.
Okay, just 1 second.
The realization for poly yarns and cotton yarns, sir.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the gray, this quarter average was 172.
172.
Last year was 157. This is per kg, right?
Per kg. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Dyed was 186.
Okay, 186.
Last year 179.
179. Okay.
Cotton was 245.
Sorry, 205.
245.
245. Okay.
245.
Okay.
Last year was 204.
Okay. 204.
The last was 318.
Okay.
Last year was 291.
291. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so one more question if hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is on the revenue side. As you mentioned, we are running at 100% capacity utilization, and the demand from export as well as domestic market are very strong. So can we assume this 850 crore type of top line per quarter? Can we continue this type of number in coming year, FY22?
In Q1, no.
Okay.
Going forward, yeah, Q2, Q3, Q4 possible, depends on the demand side.
Okay. And how much is this Q1 impacted, sir? Can you quantify the impaction 20-30%?
Well, it's a new phenomena, which one has been seeing in economy for the last 2 years, and I call it annual business vacation, for 2 months. So the numbers that we are chatting out for the year is based on, you can say, 10 months performance. So it all depends, for how many days or how many weeks or months, this annual vacation in FY22 continues.
Okay.
all depends, when the last consumption point in the value chain reopens and there is demand actually, originating from there.
Okay. And sir, my last and final question is on the tax rate, sir. Can you guide for what would be the tax rate for FY22?
Please come again.
Sir, my last question is on the tax rate, sir. Can you guide what would be a tax rate for FY22?
Okay, tax rate of?
For this year, sir.
Okay. Say whatever income we generate, if you see the balance sheet and all, by way of current tax or deferred tax, we provide almost 1/3 of income as taxation.
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat it?
I said as a standard practice, whatever is the income, 1/3 of that either by way of current taxation or by way of deferred taxation, deferred tax. We have been providing every year in the financial statements.
Okay. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhilasha Satale from Dalal & Broacha. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for your time and thank you for giving me opportunity. Most of the questions are answered. Just on one thing, sir, we have announced this 300 crores of capex plan. So how are we going to fund it? And we have reduced debt this year, so we have almost reduced debt by 200 crores. So as we are incurring this capex, what is the road path towards further reduction, or how do we see that number going forward?
Actually, these will be financed by different bankers for which we have applied, and 20% margin, as we were keeping earlier also for our earlier projects, this will be there.
Okay. No, so sir, this 300 crores of capex, so how much of this is through debt?
I could not hear you.
Sir, out of 300 crores, how much how much money we will take as a debt in this?
It will be around 230, 240.
Okay. And what will be then, absolute, in the current debt, how much will get repaid over next 1 or 2 years?
Just for a moment.
Well, this year itself, there is 200 crore, repayment obligation that will be done, and next year another 100 crore. So one way you can say that, at the end of this financial year, that component will go up only by, you can say, 40 odd crore. 200 we will be repaying and 240 we will be taking fresh loans.
Okay. And I think that will be then peak debt, because in FY23 we will repay further.
Okay, there is another 108 something crore, repayment which is lined up in FY23. So the whole extension program has been planned in such a way that balance sheet remains healthy, debt equity ratio remains within norms, and gearing does not go out of hand.
Okay. Yeah, and sir, we are taking expansion in Melange and this denim division. So how are margins as compared to our current business in those divisions?
Avinash, would you take that?
Yes. Actually, margin in Melange yarn is much better than. Actually, Melange yarn is dyed Melange yarn, and that is cotton. Where the profit margins are much better than this PV dyed and grey yarn.
Okay. So what this 375 crores of turnover we are talking of, for that, our margins will be better than our current run rate of the margin?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Assuming these prices continue in future?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we have taken the average of 3 years where the prices were lower also, at middle stage also, and at higher stage also. So we have taken the average price, and sensitivity analysis is done.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what is the delta, sir? Like, is it 100 basis point, 200 basis point? What's
delta between cost and this?
Yeah, I mean, you can talk in terms of realization or margin, like how much more.
Margin will be around 20%.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
And for denim, if you will ask for denim, we are doing the spinning expansion there. And processing machinery is being installed there through this expansion.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you and all the best. Congratulations on good set of numbers.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Arjun from Arjun Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations on a spectacular set of results. I just have one question, that you've been saying that this demand from the 15th of May onwards. We understand when the pandemic came, most of India was shut, and demand would have been hit in various pockets. But from 15th of May onwards, are you seeing demand reverting to what it was in Q4? I just have this question, that from 15th of May onwards, is demand reverting back to what it was in Q4?
More than Q3 and Q4. Demand will be better than Q3 and Q4.
No, I'm saying from the 15th of May onwards, has the demand returned to what it was in Q4 on average of Q4? Are we seeing similar levels from the 15th of May onwards?
It will be average of Q3, not Q4.
Okay, got it. Well noted.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Siddharth Mohta from Principal India. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding our capex on the denim facility, you clearly mentioned that we are putting up the spinning facility as well as the processing facility. So yes, sir.
Sheet dyeing plant there. Sheet dyeing.
It is a sheet dyeing. But we will. Sorry, sir.
It is processing machinery.
Okay, so here also, sir, we would be indulging the job work, which has been quite for the last 18 to 24 months.
Actually, it will be used for job work also. It will be used for our own production also.
Okay, but it will be only into spinning and into the processing. These are the two verticals.
It will be fabric. This processing machinery will be for processing of fabric.
Okay.
Not for spinning.
Okay. So, sir, but fabric, sir, we were having the captive, as well as, sir, we were taking it from the third party. For this also, we will be doing captively as well as the outsource.
Both ways.
Okay, sir. Sir, there used to be anti-dumping duty on VSF from China and Indonesia. So any update on that particular front?
Repeat this question.
So there used to be anti-dumping duty on VSF from China and Indonesia. So that continues to be there, or there has been some removal or some reduction?
Not much idea. I would request Mr. B.M. Sharma to answer this.
No, I think Sharma sir is having trouble in talking. I will take it later, sir. Not to worry, sir, on that front.
I will answer you. For this.
Yeah, sir. Okay. So I will call you offline, sir. Not at all an issue. Sir, regarding this duty drawback and export incentives, sir, anything on that front?
Actually, MEIS, for MEIS, we are not, government has announced, but 50,000 lakh crores we are expecting, but we don't see that government will. Just for a moment. 50,000 crore is under MEIS, but no plan visible by government to pay.
So, quarter four result didn't had any duty drawback or the export incentive, because export is like 30-35% of our revenue.
RODTEP rate not yet announced. January, February, March, April.
Okay.
This has not been accounted for, as it has not been announced yet.
Okay. So quarter four does not contain any of those incentive or benefit.
Yes.
And sir, what would be that particular quantum, roughly? 5-10 crores?
Without announcement of rates.
Okay.
It cannot be quantified, Sir.
No, my question, what it used to be earlier, what we were accounting till quarter 3, and what it was not there in quarter 4.
Actually, this MEIS till 31st December has been accounted for, but RODTEP rate has not been announced
yet. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, regarding our power cost, again, sir, one of the important cost item. Again, we have taken a lot of initiative, installed a lot of solar power, procuring a lot of power from IEX. Sir, can we assume further reduction in the power cost? Do agree that as our production it will increase, the power will also increase. But shifting from the high cost power to the low cost power, will that exercise continue to be there in?
That exercise will continue, but Rajasthan power rates are the bottlenecks for Rajasthan industry.
Yes, sir. Hence, I am asking.
Unless some government will announce something, it will be like this only.
Okay. But sir, some of our internal initiative, like that is sourcing more power from IEX, where the difference is like 50% if we are procuring from state end.
That depends on minimum power to be purchased from state government.
Okay. So not much scope.
Minimum demand has to be availed. So उसके ऊपर depend करता है, and what rates are available from the IEX, it depends on that.
Okay.
Power rate will be somewhere around, average power rate will be somewhere around like earlier year only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for answering all the questions. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pawan Nahar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. मेरे कई सवाल हैं, तो उनमें से सबसे पहले मैं ये पूछना चाहूँगा आपको कि ये आप तकरीबन 4 साल के बाद कैपेक्स कर रहे हैं 300 करोड़ का, तो इसमें से ये पूरा का पूरा फिक्स्ड एसेट्स है या इसमें वर्किंग कैपिटल भी है 300 करोड़ में?
ये पूरा फिक्स्ड एसेट्स,
पूरा फिक्स्ड एसेट्स है।
यस।
तो ये कितने साल पे जैसे पे बैक होता है, हम मान के चलते हैं कि इतने जनरली आपके अनुसार कितने साल में ये पे बैक हो जाएगा?
6.5 ईयर का पे बैक होता है करीब
6.5 साल में पे बैक होगा ये, ठीक है। एंड ये 6.5 साल का जब आप पे बैक बोलते हैं 6.5 ईयर, इसमें आप क्या मार्जिन अज्यूम करते हैं? जैसे आपने 375 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू बोला है इस पे
प्रोजेक्ट में,
सॉरी आपने बोला है कि प्रेजेंटेशन में 300 करोड़ के कैपेक्स पे हमें 375 करोड़ का लगभग रेवेन्यू मिलेगा, राइट? तो मेरा सवाल यह है कि जब आप ये कैलकुलेशन करते हैं पेबैक का, तो इसमें कितना मार्जिन अज्यूम करते हैं? एबिटा मार्जिन, ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन
13-14% हम एज्यूम करते हैं इसको प्रोजेक्ट
13-14। तो दूसरा, ओके समझ गया। दूसरा ये था कि अब अगर मैं आपका 3rd क्वार्टर और 4th क्वार्टर देखता हूँ तो आपके मार्जिन जो है 13% हैं, एंड आपने बोला था कि 13% जनरली हिस्टोरिकली भी आपने किया है 13%, कई साल आपने किया है बॉल पार्क 13% पिछले
It was around 9% because of this pandemic only.
नहीं, मैं देखिए, मेरे को 1 क्वार्टर 2 क्वार्टर में कोई मतलब वो दिलचस्पी नहीं है। मैं 10 साल के बारे में आपका हिस्ट्री देख रहा हूँ।
हाँ, तो फिर वो 12-13-14% रहता है।
हाँ ठीक है, बीच बीच में होता है नीचे। तो मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे कि जैसे मैं सेकेंड हाफ का देखता हूँ तो आपने 13% किया है, तो ये नॉर्मली आप लोगों ने बोला कि नहीं 4th क्वार्टर जितना अच्छा नहीं होगा, तो बट आप लोग बोल रहे हैं एज अ ट्रेंड 13% हम मान सकते हैं।
जी
ठीक है। फिर ये पूछना था कि ये मैं समझ गया, आप लोगों ने आपके एनुअल रिपोर्ट में लिखा हुआ है कि आप लोगों ने फैब्रिक रिलेटेड कैपेसिटी में कुछ बंद कर दिया, आउटसोर्सिंग भी करते हैं हम, ठीक है। एंड फिर आपका डेनिम कैपेसिटी है जहाँ पे आपने बोला कि आप कमोडिटी डेनिम भी बनाने लग गए हैं और वहाँ पे आप कैपेक्स भी कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो इसमें चलिए ये बढ़िया बात है, आप अपने डेनिम में एक्सपेंशन कर रहे हैं। ये फैब्रिक में क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई आपकी? चलिए मैंने जितना समझा आपकी पुरानी फैक्ट्री थी, आपके एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट ज़्यादा है, आपकी पावर कॉस्ट ज़्यादा है, पर अब मैं जो सुन रहा हूँ या समझ रहा हूँ, यान तो चलिए समझ में आता है कि बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है अभी, बट मैंने सुना है कि गवर्नमेंट ने फैब्रिक इंपोर्ट्स भी काफ़ी मुश्किल कर दिया है। तो फिर ये फैब्रिक कैपेसिटी आपने क्या पूरा एकदम मॉथबॉल कर दिया, खत्म कर दिया, या इट कैन बी रिवाइव्ड इफ नीडेड?
Actually, we have cut down our loss-making things.
कई बार क्या होता है, लॉस मेकिंग भी प्रॉफिट मेकिंग में बदल जाता है जब साइकिल घूमता है, तो इसलिए मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ। चलिए कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ दीजिए, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता हूँ कि एमडी साहब मेरे सवालों का जवाब दे। इनफैक्ट एक सजेशन है, नेक्स्ट टाइम आप ऐसे ही आप कैंसिल कर सकते, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बाद में वापस कर लेते, क्या ज़रूरत थी आज करने की? मैं बोल रहा हूँ एमडी साहब की तबीयत बात ही नहीं है। Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Said,
Sir, I wish you well. I just wish you well. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि it was not necessary to organize the call today. We could have done it on another day when your health was good.
No, I am extremely sorry actually. It happened just a couple of days back and it has been difficult.
Please don't be sorry, sir. We are sorry. I'm feeling bad
to answer actually, your query.
Yeah.
In this quarter, Q4, we sold around 33 lakh meter, fabric.
Right.
Now, when we were having, our own production facilities, we had not been able to achieve that. That means 8 lakhs meter, per month. Why we had to shut down, in-house weaving facility? Our per pick cost in-house was around, you can say, 36 paisa. Whereas we have option to get, weaving done from outside at 20 to 24 rupees, 20 to 24 paisa, per pick and all. Now, with all the fixed costs that we have been carrying, it was not possible for us actually, to make profit through the teasing route.
Got it.
So that was a call. But still, what we have done is around 2 lakh meter per month, which is meant for export. We continue to weave in-house, and the remaining 5-6 lakh meter, which we wanted to take up to, you can say, 8 to 10 lakh meter a month, that has been outsourced. And the easiest way is, in case we want to expand our foothold in fabric business, to go through the outsourcing route, because no point, is going for capex and all in case of fabric. Now, when we are talking about fabric, one specific segment, which was giving us volume within fabric was uniform season. And you know that last year also and this year also uniform season has completely gone. And that is also a matter of concern. Most of the, you can say, the weavers, built up their stock and they all these weaving companies start building up stock for uniform material, right from January. Somehow we had this option of, buying, you can say, gray fabric for uniform from outside. We were not exposed to that risk. But most of the weaving companies have been exposed to that risk as of now.
Sure. Okay. So thank you. Actually, मैं नहीं चाहता हूँ सर आप मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो. Please avoid. You can. Okay. My next question, I'm presuming CFO साहब आंसर दे रहे हैं. Okay. So you all are doing capex in setting up. आप लोग ये कर रहे हो, capex कर रहे हो for denim और मिलान जान के लिए. अगर आपका प्रॉब्लम सबसे ज्यादा पावर कॉस्ट है तो आप लोग और पावर पे क्यों नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो इंस्टेड ऑफ एक्सपेंडिंग? आप कैपेसिटी बढ़ा रहे हो, इससे बढ़िया पावर में क्यों नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो?
एक्चुअली जो सॉरी जेएमडी साहब जवाब
अविनाश
क्या आप आंसर कर रहे हैं सर?
आप करिए.
मैं आंसर देखता हूँ. Mr. Nahar, when we plan to add 20 megawatt plus of renewable energy, we had two options. Number one, through the capex route, and number two, through the opex route. Initially, 2 megawatt was added through the capex route, and thereafter 20 megawatt has been added through the opex route, where we have a power purchase agreement with the companies, which have installed solar units in our plants, and they are giving us power at the rate of, let's say, 370 rupees, per unit and all.
ये और मिल सकता है आपको?
Sorry?
ऐसा और मिल सकता है आपको 3 रुपया 70 पैसा पे?
See, the overall volume, of solar capacity has gone up in last 18 months from, let's say, 2 megawatt to 22 megawatt. And going forward, all the expansions are going to be power through the renewable route only, and through, long term, you can say 15-20 years power purchase agreement, with the energy suppliers.
Got it. And generally, अगर मैं देखता हूँ, actually not only for RSWM, in general जो भी businesses हैं जहाँ पे working capital intensity कम होती है या credit में माल नहीं देना पड़ता, हालांकि इसमें तो inventory रखना पड़ता है आपको. आपका 6.5 साल का जो payback है, it essentially means that your EBITDA will be 15% of gross block, right? Essentially वही हुआ उसका मतलब. And if I look at it long term, like मेरे पास 13-14 साल का आपका data है, where I just look at the median EBITDA by gross block, it is more like 11%. Now, it is, hopefully it will be better. Now, till 2016, okay, most of the peer group, which is synthetic yarn, was seeming like a very good business, right? You all are making EBITDA by gross block of literally between 18 and 20% in most years. Then, अचानक से 2017 से सारी की सारी कंपनी की profitability गिर गई. What has happened in the last 5 years, and now what is the turn? And I don't let's avoid the discussion that there is a short-term increase in demand. If we can talk a little structural, that last 5 years ये problem थी, अब लगता है कि ये improvement है. मुझे ये short-term नहीं बात कर, so अगर possible है.
Avinash, you will answer or should I answer?
नहीं, आप कर दीजिए सर इसका.
Okay.
मैं आपका वेट में देखा था.
See, India, in terms of raw material, has definitely advantage when it comes to cotton. Now, when it comes to export volume, it's the synthetic yarn actually, which goes actually in export, not the cotton. Now, for the last 3 years, if you see, or 4 years, the volume or the recovery in case of synthetic yarn across all segments, whether gray or dyed, was under squeeze. There has been a lot of volatility in case of polyester prices. I mean virgin polyester prices. Volatility, when I say when price actually goes up, let's say from 75, 80 rupees to 120 rupees and all, it puts a lot of pressure actually on the margins and all. Now, for the last 1 year, you have been seeing some sort of stability in the, you can say, raw material prices, and backed by, you can say, strong demand, in international market. Most of the companies which are into synthetic yarn space have got benefited, because of it. Now, so far as synthetic yarn market is concerned, I expect, this trend to continue. Cotton side, and cotton being, you can say, agriculture commodity, there will be ups and downs, in cotton space. And we don't have much of exposure in cotton space. We are predominantly actually a synthetic, yarn company. Now, that is the thing. Number two, there was a time when delta between virgin polyester and green polyester was something around 55 rupees. That delta has now shrunk to 24 rupees. So that's also putting sort of a, some stress on all the synthetic yarn, manufacturers. Let's see moving forward, especially in this financial year when lockdown is lifted, markets reopen, malls and hotels, start functioning again. The availability of PET bottles, move up, and with that, the margin in case of recycled fiber also improves. So that's something. 3 years, 4 years back, when we set up our green fiber plant, that time we were making profit which was 2x of the profit that we are making now.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Nahar to rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Hiten Boricha from Joindre Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the follow-up question. I have one simple question, sir. Can we provide us a breakup of sales? Let's say we have sold 35,000 tons of yarns in this quarter. So can we provide us the breakup of how much is melange yarn, how much is cotton and synthetic yarn? Is it possible, sir?
Yeah. Would you like to take it down?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Gray yarn this quarter was 20,000 tons.
Mm-hmm.
And dyed was 8.3.
Dyed was?
8.3 thousand tons. Yeah. Yes. Corresponding figures of previous year, I mean Q4 20, for gray was 17 and for dyed was 5.7.
Okay.
Cotton, it was, one for cotton, it was 1.7 thousands MT this year, this quarter, I mean. Last year, same quarter was 1.3.
1.3. And from melange if possible, sir?
Yeah, sure. It was 4.3 thousand MT this year. And Q4 20, it was 3.4.
Okay. And so my last question is on the realization. You gave some realization numbers for all the dyed yarn, cotton yarn and everything. So just want to understand, it has gone up like 10 to 20% in between of 10 to 20% YOY. So have we seen any changes in the current quarter, sir, as compared to Q4 numbers in the realization numbers? Or are they mota-moti same?
Realization softened up, in Q1, in current quarter, that overheating is no more in the market as of now. In fact, in April, it was very subdued. May, for first fortnight, again it continued. Second fortnight, there has been some spur in the realization.
Okay. So, sir, can you quantify? It should be the decline should be between 5 to 10%, not more than that.
Yeah, you can safely presume in you can say April and first half of the year around 10%.
10%, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nilay Dalal for closing comments.
I would like to thank the management of RSWM, Mr. Avinash Bhargava and Mr. Sharma for taking time and taking us through the results. And that would be thank you everyone for attending. Stay safe.
Nilay, in case you can give me 5 minutes, I would like to conclude.
Sure, sir.
This with some additional remarks.
Please, sir.
See, there have been some questions on profitability and whether this is sustainable or not. Say, it all depends, how we are going to be operating in current financial year. As I said, for last, you can say the 2 years, financial year and previous financial year, we have been operating for 10 months. So in case we return back to, let's say, 12 months a year, cycle and all, it's very much, sustainable. In case, again, we are faced with, let's say, third wave, of this pandemic and all, every industry is going to, face some dent in its operations, and textile is no exception. Number 2, coming to the performance issue and all, see, why exports are up. The reason being that most of the countries are shifting at least 20 to 25% of its imports, from China to other countries. And India is getting around 3 to 5%, out of this 25% shift, China plus one policy and all. And India has been one of the beneficiaries of it. Now, the profit, sustainable or not, depends actually on the revenue and the cost. Cost is within our hands. We have been able to optimize our cost in these 12 months. We have taken a lot of steps as Avinash, shared with you. Sales again depends on geopolitical, environment. We hope that this trend continues, and in case it continues, we can expect, good results in this financial year also. Now, the business sentiment as of now is that, there are 2 seasons, fashion seasons. If we talk about textile space in general, the spring-summer 21 season has gone. It was totally washed out, last year also, this year also, with lockdown and all. Not much is happening. Most of the companies which built up inventories, for that FS 21, they will get impacted. However, based on the inquiries that are being floated around and that we are getting, I can say that the next season, which is autumn-winter 21, is going to be fantastic, provided there is no, again, lockdown or third wave, impacting that. There were some queries about expansion and all. Well, friends, 2 major expansions you know that Milan yarn is fashion yarn and gives us much better, you can say, margins compared with dyed or gray yarn. And there is so much of demand coming from this sector. The other thing is, you all will be experiencing it yourselves, you know, the demand from apparel yarn to, you can say, the casual wear yarn. Formal is absolutely subdued. Formal wear is absolutely subdued. Knitwear or casual wear is going up. And Milan yarn goes into the, you can say, the substantial part of it goes for knitwear and all. And that is one of the reasons that, you know, the number one, ever, you know, present demand of fashion yarn. And number two, you know, demand going for knitwear. Milan, we see lot of positive, you know, lot of movement coming in Milan yarn market. Denim, we have current capacity of 2 billion liters a month. We are adding another, you can say, 700,000 per month, you know, capacity without, you know, expanding any cost horizon. So that will give us actually a push, you know, that will improve our margins in denim space from 2 million to 2.7 million a month, and without much pressure on the cost, should definitely improve, you know, the bottom line. There was a question on CLC. The current status is, you know, the COC has referred the matter to NCLT, and NCLT is not sitting as of now. I reckon that it may take around 9 to 12 months, you know, by the time we get order from NCLT, and we can put our hands on one of the units, 4 units of CLC that we are targeting. Fabric division, I have already replied. There were some issues of having flexibility between dyed and gray. Well, flexibility is to the extent of, you can say, around 38,000 spindles that we have created in-house, that we can shift, you know, from gray to dyed. However, it depends sometimes, like if I take you to FY20 Q4, they were up to 15th of March, fantastic demand actually for dyed yarn, and which in next 15 days was completely evaporated. So it depends. One point of time you have actually, you know, the dyed yarn moving. At another point of time you have gray yarn, you know, moving in the market. Now it's essential, people who know textile, it's essential actually to balance your production capacity. You know, it's not that you continue to produce actually one count throughout, you know, 24/7 and all. So it has to be a mix of coarse and fine counts and all. And when you balance your production capacity, you are bound to produce actually, you know, some commodity yarn also. And that commodity yarn, it is invariably actually, you know, gray, or in case of dyed, the variety of, you know, which you can sell at a lower margin and all. So it all depends. As of now, we have very healthy order book, as you know, Mr. Avinash Bhargava has shared with you. Some good numbers that, or some good news which I can share with you is, those of you who have been tracking RSWM, this was best ever Q4 in the history of RSWM. I have done this analysis. I have been told that never in the history of, you know, this company, Q4 generated so much of profit in the past. And in case of Milan yarn business, this was the best quarter in the last 7 years. This year also reported a lowest finance cost of last 10 years. The numbers are there in front of you. And this year also reported the lowest inventory levels, of last 6 or 7 years. In some of the plants, we hardly had actually, any stock. Stock was there only of, you can say, last days of 36 hours in your production and all. Otherwise, everything which was sellable was sold off, in March. Now, we had lowest inventory level of general stores and spares, which was down by almost 5 CR. When you see final numbers and all, and you have annual report of this financial year in front of you, you can see. And in case of denim, 22 lakhs meters sold actually in this quarter was highest in the history of this company. We had never, done that in case of March, sorry. In 1 month, we never sold 22 lakhs, and in this quarter, 61 lakh meter sale of denim was again all-time high in the history of the company. So there hasn't so much of, you can say, positivity in this particular quarter. The onus is on the management, onus is on me, as heading operations to see that, some of these gains continue to get in this financial year going forward. Q1 will not be so good. It's going to be definitely better than Q1 of previous year based on numbers, that we have. But again, this period, of lockdown and all has impacted all the industries, and textile being no exception. Now, having said that, thank you so much, for listening to me, for whatever little I could speak actually, and I seek your forgiveness, for not being so interactive today because of some medical reason. I and my team members, including Mr. Avinash Bhargav, are available to you for any other query. You can send a mail directly to us or through the company secretary or through our portal and all, and we would be glad to answer any other query, in case you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. On behalf of Dalal & Broacha Stockbroking Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.